Previously on 2 Past Midnight.
All right, so last we saw was them patrolling through the junkyard. You haven't seen anybody go by in a little while.
Is the little girl still where we left her?
Yeah.
I really wish that dice roll would have gone the other way.
You know what? Fuck it, Rogers. No hard feelings. Everybody in this damn country sucks.
All right, so then who's keeping watch?
Rogers.
No.
Do you want him to keep watch?
No, somebody's got to keep an eye on him so he doesn't just take off.
Foraging. 4 successes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
4 successes.
All 4 successes.
4 successes.
Atta boy, Kyle.
All right.
An 11 and a 10.
I technically should have been a -1 for being springtime.
I have +1 because I have Forager, so I'd have been back
There
to
you
an
go.
A&A.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. So that was all. All right, so you are able to find 4 rations +1 for Emmett's cook specialty. These are domestic rations, so they still need to be prepared. Or you can risk it just eating them.
Because that goes so well.
So that's another survival roll.
I will cook them with Emmett's help.
Okay.
Well, I mean, pushing another shift doing that, or...
Oh, well, Murph needs to do his recon roll first. And then we're heading into nighttime.
1 success.
Okay. You don't notice anything. It's pretty quiet. You see Farmer come back in. The little girl the whole time has just been like sitting in the corner with her doll, just kind of sitting there. You'd been talking with Rogers. I mean, he tells you the story. It's basically he tells you that Yuri didn't let him go. He managed to escape because he had been in like a lighter security part of the prison, the POW camp, and he managed to actually escape at one point. And he was headed across the country. For a little while there, he was with this chaplain. The chaplain was killed, and he kind of thought, now was a great time to reinvent himself, and decided to take on that role as a person. He was like, he wanted to reinvent himself, and it was you get the idea that it was out of guilt, basically, that he was like, I need to do something else with my life. Like he, felt terrible about what had happened in the camp, and, turning people in and giving away secrets and shit like that. And that was kind of where that came from.
Fair enough, but I still don't trust you.
That's fair, Murph. That's fair.
Murph tells him the story of Yuri and how infuriated he was that he had a broken back and couldn't kill him.
Mm-hmm.
And that these assholes left him alive. Or I don't say assholes because they're all dead except for Emmett. I basically tell him the guys that he knew, how they died, etc., etc.
Wait, so you didn't see Jacob die? He just left?
I have no idea where that fucking flake is.
I'm sure he's probably somewhere.
I'm sure he found some like-minded people, and he's probably living off the land in a friggin' Polish teepee.
I don't think that's a thing.
It was a euphemism.
It would be a yurt.
It would be a yurt. We see Mr. Jablonski come back in with the rations of, what do you think you found?
So I found just running around, I found somebody's derelict garden behind their home, and I found where I think their potato plot was. So I dug up and found, a pretty good armload of potatoes.
Okay. So who's going to be cooking them?
I will cook. Does Emmett need to be involved to get the +1?
Yes.
Emmett and myself.
All right, and then who's going to be on watch? And someone roll me a D6. Actually, don't worry about rolling a D6 for weather.
Well, Murph, Yeah, Murph is keeping watch. That was the...
Is anybody not injured?
Rogers raises his hand.
Yeah, it's probably the little girl, too.
She also raises her hand.
But we can't trust them to watch. Ugh.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say somebody can sleep this shift while we're cooking so that they can watch.
It's going to take 2 shifts to get us through cooking, resting, and watching. It's going to be 3.
It's going to be 3.
Yeah. So we're here probably at least another day.
Yeah, you'd be leaving in the day shift tomorrow. Yeah.
If we're here a day, he's gonna spring something else on us.
Yeah, but if we don't stay a day, he's going to spring something on us and we'll be half dead already.
Yeah.
All right, so you're all going to cook?
Yes. Myself.
Are you trying to hide this camp, by the way, the person that made the camp?
Well, yeah, that's part of the reason it was the house.
Okay, roll a recon roll. Give yourself a +1.
Con +1 is C. 1 success. 8 and a 2.
Okay. Okay. All right, so you all are cooking those potatoes. And, yeah, who was doing the cooking again?
Jablonski.
Okay, so Jablonski's cooking. You're helping Emmett. Chris, you're on watch. Can you roll me recon roll? Rogers is going to sleep then, I guess, since he's not going to be much use. And the little girl's sleeping.
2 successes on keeping watch. 8
Okay.
and 9.
All right, so the 3 of you are the only ones that are up right now while you're cooking, and Murph, I'm assuming, is patrolling from window to window, just like looking around, seeing what he can see. And it's pretty dark still. Like, it's like cloud cover, and so you can't really see much. But what you do start to see is like these little flecks of ash starting to fall outside.
And that's way too much time for it to have been that fire that I saw earlier, right?
Yeah, it's a lot. It looks like it's snowing ash outside.
I mean, can we just, stay put? We're like inside. Just.
Yeah, you don't have to go outside. I was just telling you what it looks like outside.
It's.
The wind is picking up and and you just see this ash like blowing across the landscape.
Does it seem like radioactive fallout, or does it seem like from a fresh fire? Or is there no way to tell the difference?
I hate to say it, but there's something that makes me mildly sentimental watching this. Kind of reminds me when the volcanoes would get a little active back home.
Jablonski, roll your cooking roll.
1 success.
Okay. 5 rations of potatoes. So what do you guys talk about through the night while the ash storm is happening and you're making potatoes? Vodka.
Can we tell if it's radioactive fallout ash or fire ash, or really you can't tell the difference?
There's a lot of it, and based upon your previous experience, you would assume it's probably radioactive fallout ash.
Okay, yeah, that's why I asked.
And you're probably glad that you're inside.
Yeah.
And also, you can only see about 50 meters, even if it was, like, not dark. You know what I mean? Like, really, you can only see 30, but then that's reduced even more by the ash. So it's like, not more, I guess, but you're like, man, I wouldn't be able to see very much further anyway with the way this ash is coming down.
Murph just looks over at Emmett and he's like, this is literally hell on earth.
We cut back over to Krakow, and we see Stanislaw having come back from a day's work, trying to get some clothes, some different clothes, some civilian clothes for Harrison. And you come in, and you've got a set of civilian clothes. What do they look like? What do you think this set of civilian clothes looks like?
It is a set of purple windbreaker pants. And
dude, give me overalls or something.
Nope. With the Adidas, like the 3 stripes up the side.
Yeah.
Yep.
And a Nike shirt missing one sleeve. It's a t-shirt, but it's missing a sleeve. Just one. So it's like
the right or left sleeve.
Yeah. Let's call that the left. So it's missing the left sleeve. So it's essentially a rag that someone traded him for his work. And Harrison, I found you these clothes. Here, you might want to take the sleeve off of this one. You can use it for something else. It looks off, but you have these pants, and you can get out of that uniform. You'll look a little more. You'll look a little less like an American, you know. And this is just temporary. We can find you some more clothes later.
Thank you, Miss Stan. I not to be ungrateful or anything, but you could have got
I'm more of a Reebok man.
Nah. I like me some Adidas, but couldn't be a little bit like better clothes, like, you know, a shirt with sleeves.
It has a sleeve. It has one sleeve.
Yeah, I'll rip that one off. I appreciate it, Miss Stan.
Yeah, this is just to keep you from getting nailed to a cross and set on fire. So...
Yeah, I don't want that.
You can either be set on fire, or you could wear these clothes. This is your choice.
Can I just say real quick that the fact that Jeremy's speaking without the accent means that they're speaking in Polish, but Harrison is still speaking with the same accent, which means that's the accent in Polish, which amuses me. But anyway.
Stanislaw taught him to teach taught him how to speak Polish hillbilly, whatever that is.
Yeah. I don't think. Jeremy.
Yeah.
I need you to roll me a stamina roll.
Oh.
At a -3.
A -3?
Yeah.
Christ.
And it is a pushable roll.
All right. Pushable roll. We're looking at a D and a D. All right. Hold on. All right. I got a 4 and a 4, and I pushed it, and I got a 6 and a 2. So 1 success.
Okay. Everything seems to be fine.
Yay!
That was what I was going to do as far as Stanislaw and Harrison, but you guys go to sleep. I'm assuming you probably were able to get rations too, as well as the clothing.
Okay.
So you're able to get at least like a day's worth of rations.
And we're going to consume that almost immediately. Cool.
Yeah. Plus you're also staying at the church, so.
Yeah.
And we see the sun start to come up. The ash has stopped falling out at the farmhouse. You see the little girl start to stir. And she's like looking out the window, a little confused, because there's still like the little bit of gray on the ground from the ash, but it's not all piled up or anything like that.
This is not snow. This is... Unfortunately, it took a long time for me to figure out that this ash is very unhealthy for you. So, while it may look like something we want to play with and have fun, please avoid it at all costs. We're staying under shelter. But this is not something you want to play in, touch. Just leave it be and hope it doesn't mess with you. He says as a guy who has 5 permanent rads.
Well, we know where he got 3 of them from. Trial and error.
Exactly. Yeah. Just making snow angels.
Do you want to build a snowman? But yeah, I mean, so you see the ash out there, and she kind of nods when you were telling her this. Like she just nods and kind of like walks back over and sits down. You see Roger starting to stir. You all had been cooking or keeping watch through the night. So what are y'all gonna do now?
I would like to sleep because I am 4 out of 5 death.
Okay, Emmett.
Emmett could take this watch if Murph wants to rest one round, and then I can rest the next one.
Thanks, Emmett. I need to lay down. I'm gonna go up to my bedroom.
Is that
meaning the closet. On his way by, he looks at Mr. Jablonski and he says, "Is that girl? Is she able to speak?"
She understands when I speak to her in Polish, but she has yet to vocalize herself.
We see in the background her just kind of playing with her doll.
I don't blame her. And then he goes up the stairs to the closet, closes the door.
Goes back to his closet. The only place Murph feels comfortable in a small confined space.
Nothing bad happened while he was in there.
Like he's back in the POW camp.
He literally thinks that it's like a safe zone.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's a little bit of like Stockholm syndrome happening at that point. It's like I was safer back at the prison.
Oh, I said that in a previous episode.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I just stay here?
Yeah, so you do see the ash outside while you guys are resting. You can see that. But I mean, it's kind of... Actually, someone roll me a d6 for weather.
3. Weather does not change.
Still cloudy.
If ever there was a time for you to roll rain.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, right. And we are on, for those keeping track, the 29th of May. Which means it's the day before Memorial Day. In 2000. Like, it's Sunday right now. Oh, no, it's Monday. It is Memorial Day. I'm sorry. I was looking at the calendar wrong. It starts with Monday and then ends on Saturday, Sunday. Today is Memorial Day. In world.
Irony.
Right? I've been waiting for this day to come up.
Did they even know that?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, Mr. Jablonski had a house still. He might have known what today's date is.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
going to know about
The Polish
Memorial
guy
Day.
knows what American holidays are.
I'm not saying he knows when Memorial Day is. I'm saying he would know that it's the 29th, that it's Monday, you know. Maybe. I don't know. So, Rogers probably knows, actually. He's been at the church. He would know when Sundays are, at the very least, right?
Yeah, he's got to he's got to preach a sermon.
Yeah, he's got to do, they got mass and stuff, so he'd have to know what day of the week it is. He would know. But, I mean, that's mostly irrelevant to the world. I just thought I'd point it out because it's interesting.
Just, FYI.
Yeah, just FYI, today's Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day, guys.
What date did we start on?
Oh, jeez.
April 26th.
Wow.
Over a month.
Barely.
We've lived a lifetime in a month.
Yeah. That's what that's what I wanted to point out is a month in game, and here we are.
It's been 80-some episodes of 1 month in game.
I remember saying when we started this game to Adam on a lunchtime conversation of going, holy fuck, you pull an encounter card every shift? That seems like a lot. And here we are. Yeah.
It is a lot.
later. And it's been a lot.
Yeah, but here's the
been
other thing, and then to just slide into the mechanics conversation real quick. I pulled an encounter card and it wasn't relevant to the situation, so there wasn't an encounter. That has happened numerous times, like right before the ash that happened. So
Fair.
yeah.
The Magnificent Few was a several episodes, though.
That was. Yeah, but that was
Right.
one encounter card that lasted several episodes.
That's what he means. We go from one encounter card that doesn't fit, so it doesn't happen, to one encounter card that goes for 5-6 episodes.
It's like 3 sessions, which are not a small amount of time.
GM giveth and GM taketh away.
It's the cards, man. It's in the cards.
it's a balance. It's a balance. It all comes out in the wash.
Very bloody and muddy.
No, it doesn't balance. Since the bear incident, it's not balanced. It's been way over here. Way over here.
Remember the bear over there?
That's been a minute.
Yeah, that bear was a while ago. That was episode 7?
7.
8?
That was the last time I was happy.
That was the last time I was happy. Was killing the bear.
Yeah, it was like, we just got 28 rations. Yeah, food's not an issue. Oh yeah, it's poison. Half of you are dead, and douchebag Jacob's still running around willy-nilly.
And I had to kill Olaf.
Yeah, and then we murdered a dog.
Yeah, you still said had to. You did not have to.
Don't you remember the pig?
Yeah, there was a pig hunt. You guys did get a pig at one point.
Yeah. Murph got that one.
Yeah, it was the one time he was an actual sniper.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
That's not true. Ask the trees.
Jeez.
In Murph's defense, he sniped the shit out of some Russians paralyzed from a bush in the village.
Yeah, he did clean house there.
Yeah.
That was after we finally had the talk of, this is how the sniper should work.
Yeah, that was a pretty good duck shoot.
Yeah.
And he planned on dying.
Yeah.
But yeah, so at the farmhouse. And some of you are resting, some of you are doing whatever. Back in Krakow, we have Mr. Stanislaw and Harrison wake up.
So I haven't yet. Did I get a point of life back?
You're currently resting right now. It's morning, so you're sleeping during the morning shift. So you have not yet. You will get it back after this sleeping. Speaking of which, so who all is resting this shift? You said you were staying awake, right, Brian? To keep watch?
Emmett is going to be the one keeping watch. It seemed like everybody else was resting.
Okay.
Murph is getting the best sleep that he's had in weeks in the closet.
Mm-hmm. All right. Emmett, go ahead and roll me your recon then, and we'll go into Krakow.
All right.
So we see Stanislaw and Harrison getting up in the morning. And what is your plan for this day?
Harrison, what skills do you have that would be marketable for food and trade? You know, just like general labor.
Are you asking Chris or Harrison?
Yeah, it's yes. However you would like to respond to that question.
First, Mr. Stan, thank you for the clothes, and definitely the food. I was hungry. I ain't done much work besides being a farmer. That's kind of like I always worked on the farm. We could never get another kind of job or nothing. We always had to work on the farm for the family. I mean, I could do general labor and hey, I could drive people.
We do still have a vehicle for now.
Dude, you should be able to make a killing as a mechanic.
That's the plan.
Can we be a taxi?
That's what I'm wondering. Maybe we see if you can haul either people or goods around town, but we still need fuel. We've got about 3/4 of a tank of gas right now. But that might be a good way to make money. And the idea is that we can sustain ourselves without relying on the church, and we can acquire more things that we need for our trip to Bremerhaven. So talk to people, find out if there are convoys that go there, if there's anybody that can go there, or maybe how we get there safely, you know?
And you still have the shape charge, correct?
No, that got traded for our access.
Okay.
But, well, you know, Miss Stan, I bet you gas is super expensive now, and using the truck like that, it probably wouldn't even pay for itself.
I think it is very expensive, but that's also the thing. We can charge more for driving equipment around town because it is a truck. It can haul things. It can haul equipment. But we don't have enough gas to actually drive the truck to Bremerhaven, so we may end up having to trade the vehicle and going on foot. or trade the vehicle and use that to pay our way with safety.
Yeah, we need to find out if anybody's actually going there or anything. If you can get work as a mechanic, I could be like your helper.
I don't know as if I need the help though. I'm confident in my mechanic skills that I don't think the help would be helpful. I think it might be better if we maybe stay close together, but also perform separate tasks, you know?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I was kind of trying to tell you that I ain't got many skills.
No, meta, I totally love the idea of the taxi / hotshot shipping service. I'm a fan of that. I think that's actually the best way to go.
Yeah, I thought, but Harrison, yeah, I agree it's possible.
Harrison, I'll tell you what. Let's go look for a mechanic or a taxi service, and we'll inquire there about transportation and possible mechanic. Let's do that. I think that's a good way. Are there
Yes.
Are there phone books or information from people at the church of a practicing taxi service or vehicle mechanic?
Roll me a persuasion roll.
Okay. Do I get any bonuses?
No,
Flat deal.
you don't get any negatives.
Is it pushable?
Sure. What'd you get?
I got a 3 and a 5, and I pushed it, and I got 2 points of stress.
Oh, no. Yeah, so you're asking around and trying to find out if there's some sort of, like, taxi service, and you come across a guy that was like, I used to drive a taxi, but everything went to shit. This whole place went to shit. There's nothing like that. Everybody just... You might be able to get someone to pay you for a ride somewhere, like to give them a ride somewhere, but that's about it. I mean, but there's nothing like set up. No.
Thank you for your help. Yes,
Fuck you.
yes, fuck you too.
Fuck
Okay,
you.
Okay, you get fucked and go on your day. Okay.
You'll get fucked too.
All right, fuck you. We
Fuck
go
you.
Now. Harrison, let us go. Okay.
Why that guy swearing at you?
He's
a cabbie.
He said he used to drive a cab around here, and then he's just angry at the world right now.
I heard what he said. I understand Polish. I don't know why I had to swear at you. I've never been in a taxi.
You've never been in it. You come from a small town, huh? It's fine. Okay, so new plane. I don't know if this is gonna work. Alright, so new plan.
Can't we work on a farm or something?
If you want to stay here, that's what the farm is. That's for the citizens that live here. We can try to go work on a farm, but that means we have to stay.
I want to stay here.
I guess we just start our own taxi service. Okay? I have the tools. We have the vehicle. We put up a sign, maybe find some cardboard, make a sign that say we're, offering transportation services for people or goods. And we can sort out the price from there. Yeah?
The way that they describe this place, I think we might have to get permission or something.
Jeremy, as you all are walking back to the church, right? Unless you were out driving around. What were you?
No,
what were you
we'd
doing?
be walking.
Okay, as you're walking back to the church, you go by and you see this this building that's like kind of half collapsed. But you kind of glance inside and like you're like, there's a remarkable amount of stuff in there. But like you don't see anybody around. Like the door's off of it, like kind of just hanging off on the hinges a little bit. The window that was boarded up is kind of like half hanging down, and as you're walking by, you just kind of like glance in and you're like, it looks like there's like stuff on the shelves in there. But you don't see anybody around.
That includes on the street.
And you see some people walking ahead of you, but no one seems to be paying you any mind.
What do the signs say?
There really isn't any signage left on it.
Okay.
It's been like blown out, like because like I said, the part of the building looks like it's been collapsed on the back side of it. You know, and there's also like damage in general on the street here anyway, and so it looks like whatever signage was on it got blown out.
Harrison, what do you think? I don't know if the person that shop this used to be is still here, or I don't know.
I don't want to steal nothing.
I don't want to steal anything either, but we also don't know if this person's alive or dead, or if there's even an owner at all.
We can go ask.
Knock on the door.
Just go in and say hello.
And if no one is there, then Meta, what is your recon and or survival, Harrison?
Let me I think he's a C and a C recon. And a C and a C survival, so.
You'll get a +1 because it's urban. Isn't that right, Kyle? Wasn't it a +1?
Yes.
So, B and a C.
All right, so you're going to walk up to the doorway and yell hello into it?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, the door's kind of just barely hanging on by like the top hinge, right? And it's just kind of like cattywampus, like on the door frame. And you walk up and you yell,
Hello? Is there anybody in here?
just not if you can hear me. Is there anyone home? Come on now.
I don't like Pink Floyd. Chris does. Harrison doesn't.
Stanislaw doesn't necessarily feel great about this situation, so he's going to keep watch on the street and the surrounding area.
Okay.
This feels weird.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you look around and like I said, there's people that walking down the street, but they're not even looking your way. They're just walking.
Yeah.
Like you'll see a couple people walk by.
Yeah, Stanisław's going to stay outside and let Harrison investigate this area.
Mm-hmm.
And he's essentially just going to keep watch to make sure nobody's going to come running up and waving guns at him and shit.
Right. Harrison, roll me a survival roll at a +1.
Okay. No successes. That is a 2 and a 4.
Would you like to push that roll?
Absolutely. No successes. 3 and a 4.
So you look in, and the whole place seems like everything inside was kind of blown to shit by whatever also blew up this building, like the way it's collapsed in the background. Like it looked like there was probably stuff here, but it's like the remnants of stuff. You know, the closer inspection that you get to it, it doesn't appear like there's anything useful in it.
He turns and walks out. Miss Stan, there ain't nobody there, and there ain't nothing useful in there. It's all wrecked and wet and damaged.
I guess that explains why no one cares. Okay, let's head back to the church. We're running out of time for the day, and hopefully we can at least find some cardboard enough to make a sign.
The end is near. But in Polish, however you say the end is near in Polish.
I have no idea. No, taxi. taxi service.
Oh, right.
/ hotshot service.
Yep. You guys are gonna make a. So you're gonna make an Uber, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we're gonna do an Uber.
You're gonna do an Uber car thing in Poland, is what you're saying?
Yeah, but yeah.
Okay.
That's the plan.
But now we technically did it first.
Can we look and see how much gas is, so we know how much to charge?
That's a good point.
It's in the player's manual.
And where we can get some?
That is not in the player's manual.
Oh, that's a whole other problem. But yeah, you guys make it back to the church, by the way.
I still think our best bet is your mechanic skills. You can fix anything.
Yeah, but if there are fewer vehicles, then I don't have that much to fix. So, for now, we try to stay together. We don't want to get too separated in this town, you know?
I ain't going nowhere without you.
All right, so we stay together, and we try to cart people around town. And if we come across, maybe providing me the opportunity to fix some things, if that's the case.
The price for fuel is 50 per liter.
Oof, that is expensive.
That's 50 random bits of ammo. Because that's the standard, unit of monetary measure at this point.
Yeah,
bullets.
that is not very cost effective.
Oh, it's 15 per liter for alcohol.
Gasoline, diesel, price is 15 for the alcohol. He said gas. I told him how much it was for gasoline.
That's fair. He doesn't know that the truck runs on ethanol.
Ethanol? What's that?
Oh, we've been drinking it.
I don't want to know.
All right, so we cut back over to the farmhouse. What is your all's plan? I think Emmett rolled the recon roll a while ago.
Yeah, it was a 3 and a 2. No successes.
Okay. So the rest of y'all kind of wake up. Those of you that were sleeping. You see the little girl, she's up and about. People have been eating potatoes. Jablonski looked like he had something to say. Jablonski.
I just saying I gave myself 1 point of healing.
Oh, yeah. Those of you that slept, you get 1 point of healing back. Or you heal 1 point of damage. And I'm assuming probably Emmett's going to sleep now. Am I right in making that assumption since he hasn't slept yet? And we're in the morning shift? Or day shift?
Yep.
Yeah, I'll take watch so you can get some shut eye.
Would I have containers to forage for water?
Hold on. Yeah, you're able to find 4 containers in the house. 4 things that you can use as containers.
I have a worry about that, but it did just rain radioactive fallout.
Someone roll me a d6 for weather.
4.
Yep, still cloudy.
Would I know if it's safe to go outside or if I am susceptible?
No, you're safe to go outside. The ash.
I thought you just couldn't get caught in it.
Yeah, it had blown away through the night. So
Sweet.
Foraging.
okay. Roll me a survival roll.
1 success.
Okay. Yep. You are able to. You realize you're not that much further away from the river still, so you're able to go over to the Vistula and you fill up some containers with water, and you can bring those back over. Maybe drink your ration and then fill it up and then bring it back so that way you can get your ration too.
It's a great idea.
Thank you, Mr. Jablonski. I was thirsty as hell.
While he's filling those up, though, Chris, roll me a recon roll.
Dang, dude.
3 successes.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. It just means we'll see it coming.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jablonski comes back with the water rations. You see the little girl; she's just over there. She was finishing up eating some whatever the hell you made out of the potatoes, I guess. And Jablonski comes back with the water, hands it out. You said thank you. Rogers is sitting over there drinking some water. So what's your all's plan? How do you want to try to head to Krakow once Emmett's up, or do you want to try to rest a little bit first? A little bit longer.
I'm never leaving the closet.
So you're keeping watch from the closet?
Is that Chris, or are we talking?
Obviously, he's keeping watch, but he wants to just sleep in the closet for good.
Okay, there are no monsters in the closet. You're fortunate.
That's what they always say.
Outside, unfortunately, there are.
That's why he doesn't want to leave the closet. Nothing bad happens in there.
Yeah, so the rest of the day goes on, and it's pretty quiet. Nothing happens. But this is another day, so if you were going to try to heal more, you would need more rations.
Right.
I thought you just couldn't be. You couldn't be.
Each day, you need a ration of food and a ration of water and sleep to heal at all. And yesterday was for the potatoes.
Gotcha. I thought you just couldn't be in the category of,
Deprived.
dying. Yeah.
No. It's if you don't eat and drink a ration, you don't heal.
So let's
and
say,
after X amount of days, you start taking damage.
Yeah. So do I have 4 shifts to still get credit for it? So if I took a morning nap, would I be all right?
I thought you. Have you slept yet?
Yeah, he slept the first.
I ate and then slept, and then
you're
foraged.
good. You healed as of last night, is what I'm saying.
But if I napped again before evening, am I still in the food cycle? I don't think we're gonna have the ability to, but I'm just trying to figure out.
Why not?
I thought it was within 4 shifts or whatever.
It doesn't go too specific that way, but I'll say that's fine.
Yeah. Has it been 24 hours since your last rest?
I'll say you got 2 more shifts of resting ability, but you just foraged this one for water, so you really only have 1 more of resting that you could use.
Well, so this one's done, so that means Emmett gets to get his rest.
Right.
When Emmett gets up, mechanically speaking, because I can't remember, going on foot, we can travel how far, how fast?
2 hexes.
2 hexes
In a
per
shift. And it is now evening.
Right, that's what I'm saying is I was seeing if we can make evening shift to the city.
No.
But we are 3 hexes out before.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
We should sleep one more night, I guess.
Well, we ain't got no food to sleep one more night. That's what I'm saying. Right now we're all rested and fed. Now's our best bet to try and make it to the city. If we go now and try and forage again, we're not going to get anything. We're not hunting with knives and baseball bats.
I think we can.
You can still forage again. It's a -1 because you just foraged this area. So that would be another -1 because it's spring.
So -2.
With his +1, makes
-1.
it a cumulative -1.
With who? Oh, with his +1. So just a -1.
If I take the girl with me, do I get my +1?
You take another -1 if you take her with you.
Hey, she might know where stuff is.
I mean, would she know better than the adult from the same region? You know what I mean?
Oh,
like
yeah.
if
Sorry,
you
it's
guys,
not us.
yeah.
I don't know. I think both ways we go, it's a roll of the dice. Because at this point, we have to try and keep rotating to where somebody's awake to keep an eye on Rogers and everything else. We've also got to hope that our luck doesn't run out as far as food ration goes. And the fact that Kyle hitting another 4 +1 to give everybody a food ration is unlikely.
I'm not against traveling at night. It might be safer.
I don't know. I think we've got to try and make it to the. I don't think there is a safer.
Well,
At this point, where we're at, I think we've slept, we've ate. To stay here any longer doesn't make sense. We need to try and go.
Yeah, I mean it's easier to be inconspicuous at night than it is during the day. In theory.
Someone roll me a d6 for evening, because that's the shift we're talking about. That you would be traveling in. Okay, still cloudy.
Mr. Emmett, I say we try to get to the city.
Yeah, I don't much figure we're going to be able to camp here much longer, unseen and unbothered. And you know what I mean? More potatoes ain't just going to pop up out of the floorboard, so I say we need to probably try and head that way. All of us still need pretty bad medical attention, and it's probably the closest thing we've got to safety if we can get there. That's a big if, but who knows?
I don't want to leave, but we have to.
Murph, you're your own man. I mean, you're free to camp out in the closet until the cows come back home, but I think the best move we can make at this point is, our situation isn't going to improve sitting here.
Never does.
Emmett, at this point, you're feeling a little bit better, by the way, with your burns. It's not completely healed, but one of those crits is now healed. So you are now only taking a -2 and a -2. Mobility and stamina.
That is absolutely huge.
That's because I rolled on one of the 2 crits, I rolled a 2. I was like, right now you're good. There you go. The other one is still there, though.
No, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Well, I say we gather up our group here and start heading to the city.
Concur.
All right. That's the play.
All right. So we see Emmett and Mr. Jablonski and Rogers and Murph and the little girl start heading down towards the city. Someone roll me a survival roll or navigation.
I got that. 2 successes.
And whoever's keeping watch, roll me a recon roll. At a -2.
So B and a B goes to a C and a C.
That's pretty good.
1 success.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh gosh! Everybody back to the closet. This hold on is taking too long. Can't get all these tanks on the battle map at the same time.
More dogs.
So as you're going along, I'm assuming you're not just going to go straight back across towards the village where you originally were, right? You were trying to find a way to circumvent that one point, right?
I'm not going near any fucking crosses.
Right. So you're heading west towards Krakow, but you're kind of heading a little bit further north of the river so you can kind of go around the village. As you do, you come across like an old industrial area, and you know this place, Mr. Jablonski. It's like a few of the people from your little community worked there in the factories, and you knew other people that worked in the factories there. But it's up a little ways up the road. Like, you're not right up on it. You can kind of see these old buildings, and they're riddled with bullets, and parts of the windows have been blown out, and it's kind of overgrown with vegetation because this factory just hasn't been in use in the last couple years. What do you want to do? It's kind of like right in the path you're headed.
I mean, I'm probably going to suggest we avoid it.
Yeah, I'd say we give it a wide berth. We just had problems at the last place we stopped by or got too close to, so.
Yeah. You realize, though, that and this is just like from a mechanical standpoint, that if you circumvent it, it's gonna cost you a whole hex heading north, basically, to go around it. So it's a whole extra hex of movement.
Can we sneak?
Worth it.
It's up to you all.
I mean, it doesn't actually make it go any longer. It's still going to be the same amount of shifts to get there. So,
Unless we got to avoid something else.
well, yeah, but that's nor here nor there. I'd say we go the long way around.
Okay. So someone roll me a survival roll again.
I think we're going to pretty much try to avoid anything since we have no weapons and no nothing.
1 success.
Okay. Someone roll me a d6 for weather for the nighttime. And what is your plan at this point?
A 6.
Sky clears up. Clouds clear away. It's you can see the stars. Hold on, let me go back to that one. See what the moon is doing on this night, the 30th of May.
Yeah,
or
kind of.
29th
That
of
might
May.
not be the greatest thing because it makes us more visible.
We're headed out of the half moon, so it's slowly getting darker and darker as the nights go on. But so you head north, you gotta go around. Chris, roll me another recon roll.
A recon coming up. -2 still.
Yeah, because it's nighttime.
Yep. Okay. 2 successes.
Okay. As you're going along, and it's like I said, it's nighttime now. It's clear skies. You can see the stars up there. In the distance to your southeast, you can kind of see like the faint glow of what you're thinking is probably Krakow, like on the edge of the horizon, basically. Just like you're like, oh shit, maybe there's like power, because you've heard rumors that there is electricity from time to time in Krakow, and you've heard that too, Mr. Jablonski, and you'd seen it too at your house. You'd seen the lights kind of flicker on and off. So you're going along, and then all of a sudden ahead of you, it sounds like maybe it's about a click or two out, you hear poof, and you see this bright like explosion up ahead,